give us a little jump. We can see instantly how the force changes throughout that movement while they're doing it.
Sports have always relied on stats to measure performance. But now, an athlete's training can be analyzed in unprecedented detail thanks to ultra-sensitive trackers and digital data.
We can actually see several hundred different metrics.
The Performance Lab at the University of Nebraska uses over a dozen different tests to gather data on an athlete's movement and performance.
So these are our GPS and inertial measurement units. What they do is they measure their movement on the court or on the field. This is our 1080 sprint. The athletes will perform their sprint and it will instantaneously measure their position and speed throughout the entirety of that run. This is our motion capture system. With this, we can perform any kind of analysis, sport-specific or general, to understand how the body moves in 3 dimensions through space.
Motion capture is one of many cutting-edge technologies that have changed the way the health and performance of athletes is tracked. No longer confined to collegiate and professional sports institutions, this tech is being used by people like Dr. Ideas, who test kids as young as 8 to track physical development and performance.
The value of gathering data on young athletes is really to try to have a starting point for this picture that we're going to paint over a long period of development.
The data collection and use of technology wasn't really prevalent when I was younger. And now I think the benefit for younger kids is being able to use technology, cross-reference with what the coach is trying to tell you, and have them support with data, with backed up research. This is why I'm coaching you the way I'm coaching you.
But the proliferation of data requires a different approach to training. U.S. Olympic team counselor Caroline Brackett says all the new data available to athletes can sometimes reinforce negative thought patterns.
When you're working with elite athletes, individuals who are highly driven, sometimes they can put a lot of pressure on themselves regardless of the data. And so when you add the data, that can cause some more anxiety and stress.
Yeah, I think some people it can hinder or maybe a little superstitious, if you don't have that good of scores one day. But I think for me, just being able to use it as kind of an objective baseline of, okay, this is where I'm at each day, and not put too much emotional investment in that.
Data collected by these tests is protected by the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act and treated with the same level of privacy as the student's grades, no matter their age, and can only be shared when authorized by the student or their parents. Modern sports science provides information that guides physical training, which in turn ensures athletes are performing at the best of their abilities. But for athletes recovering from injury, the data is essential in monitoring recovery and providing information for physical therapy plans that effectively guide the athlete to a safe return to competition.
We try and relate to that athlete, this is the process, and that we expect some decline and some gradual change over time. It's not going to dictate necessarily your performance outcome in competition, but it's one other measure that we can use to understand how you are maybe tolerating the training load or adapting to a certain type of training.
There's also that mental side that I think is very important, and that you need to create a plan or a program where you're using the two interchangeably to assist the athlete in a holistic way.
An athlete is more than just their data. Those numbers don't dictate if you're going to be a great volleyball player, for example, or a great basketball player, for example. There's still, the skill component of it.
If it's used to inform and to enhance a person's performance, I think that can be very valuable. When it's used in a way that it's penalizing or punitive or to create a negative narrative about a person, I think that can be unhealthy.
Sports science is really about answering questions and addressing problems. It doesn't necessarily require any technology. It is about making sure we're getting the right information to answer these questions and communicating with coaches and athletes.